Hello IPXers, we're here at Embedded World 2024, where we're going to go into the mysterious world of radar. If you've been thinking about how you get information into your system, and you might be looking at cameras as a solution, or you might be looking at LiDAR as a solution, but you need a low power private solution.
Yeah, exactly.
Then you need to meet this man, Francisco, and his company, A4Radar. So Francisco, tell us all about this low power private radar solution that your company, A4Radar, provides.
Thank you for having us. Actually, we are developing a small low-power embedded solution that are able to provide very sensitive, very accurate, and very powerful measurements about everything, even if it's moving or not. Like persons, like cars, like machines vibrating, whatever you want or you're looking for.
Right, so how do you do that? Talk us through some demos.
Yeah, so we have here some examples, for example, and with our low-power embedded system, using optics on top of radar, which is a cool thing.
So your solution is inside there?
Yeah, exactly. Everything runs in here, embedded, using only 1 watt of power at 100% cycle. We can reduce it.
Yep.
You are able to measure up, for example, 2,000 measurements per second, which is very powerful in terms of vibration monitoring or predictive maintenance.
Right. Just repeat that figure. 2,000?
2,000 measurements per second. Pretty cool. In a small form factor.
Just tell me what, so when we talk about radar, what is going on that board?
Almost everything. I mean, we do all this.
But what's your solution on that board? That's what I'm asking. I'm asking, is your chip sat behind there looking out?
Yeah, exactly.
Right. So explain to me how that chip works. Explain to me what goes on from there to go through there to get the measurement.
Okay, we have a 120 gigahertz radar solution on this one, that we send a signal, we receive the echo back, and then we process all the information and we extract all the information within it.
Right. So if I'm thinking about understanding how I get that sort of data rate into my system, why would I choose, let's just start with, why would I choose radar now in doing that?
To the moment, companies have been using other sensing devices like cameras or LiDARs, but radar has unique capabilities. And unlike cameras, they are able to reach, for example, micrometer level, very sensitive. And you don't have those privacy concerns like cameras. It is low power, it is low cost, so it opens a new wide range of possibilities regarding sensing applications.
And are there any advantages for where you might put a radar environmentally? So in places where you wouldn't necessarily put a camera, but you might choose to use radar. Give me an example of where.
Yeah, that's true, because it's immune to adverse weather conditions, like, for example, industrial places where there is dust or water spray or oil, dirty places. Radar
just about every industrial environment.
Yeah, then. Exactly, or outside or inside or both at the same time. So you are not tied to one specific environmental situation. Yeah.
Right. So naturally, probably design engineers wouldn't migrate to radar.
Yeah.
Yeah, that wouldn't be a natural place for them to go to. So can you help us understand why they should? I understand the environmental side, I understand the amount that it gets, but why, if you were introducing a design engineer to the concept of radar, to the camera, what would you say to them as you should be thinking about radar because?
Because it will be easier for them, they will have more accuracy on many of their applications, even they will be more simple, they will get a new layer of data like distance measurement or speed or vibration monitoring that they probably, or maybe they are not able to get at the moment. So it's like having a new thing, it's not more of the same, you know?
Yeah. So if they want to experiment with radar, you've got these boards here.
Yeah.
What's the process by which somebody would come and evaluate? What happens when they say, right, I've listened to Francisco, I've listened to about his company A4Radar, but I'd like to evaluate that. I'd like to understand how I go about doing that. How do you make that happen?
Yeah, actually what we do is we work together with our clients. They have a specific requirements, they have a specific needs. We work together with them and we reach a point where we reach that kind of solution they need, like working in that dirtiest environment or working at a very high frequency range, whatever they need. We go together, we develop a solution together, and there later we scale it together, so they feel confident that they will reach, they will get that support and that level of quality.
So tell me, do you have any partnerships with silicon vendors that are natural? So you already know you've worked with that silicon vendor.
Yeah.
You already know that your radar will work with that piece of silicon. So engineers can feel very comfortable to know if I choose that partner, I can then go to the next step. So can you just talk us through your ecosystem and your partnerships?
Yeah, exactly. We are working with different silicon providers because we are a hardware agnostic company.
Right.
We already have our portfolio on top of which we develop our solutions, but we are able to use that specific IC that they are looking for, port everything on top of that, and choose that solution or use the most appropriate silicon for that specific solution. So we are not tied to only one vendor.
Right. Oh, so whichever micro I'm using, you created software that enables that to be embedded, the radar to be embedded straight away, easy to use. Do they have to understand radar to start playing with it? I'm a design engineer.
Yeah.
Francisco said using radar is a really good idea.
Yeah.
So I believe him.
Okay.
So I'm going to evaluate it.
Yeah.
I get his evaluation board.
Yeah.
And I go, right, oh dear, I've never played with radar before.
Yeah.
What's going to happen? So just tell me what happens when I plug it into the system.
Yeah.
It's an unusual environment for me.
Yeah.
I don't understand how I point it in the right direction. How easy do you make it to say, don't worry, when you plug this in, it will be intuitive.
Okay.
Just talk me through that process.
Yeah, what we do is we provide radar with an embedded application, for example, from one specific use case, and they will get already processed simple data that they are able to use right away. I mean, out of the box, engineers can get information about distance, about the speed, about that vibration happening. So whatever they're looking for.
So you really do make it. I mean, let's just take that one as an example.
Yeah.
I ring you up.
Yeah.
You send me this.
Yeah.
I plug it in.
Yeah.
I point it at something.
Yeah.
And you get automatic feedback.
Exactly. Right. Like this.
Easy.
Easy. Simple. Plug and play. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Out of the box.
So no one should be afraid of the concept of this is strange. I've not played with it before.
Yeah.
I'm going to get it. I'm not going to understand it. It's going to take me a long time to understand it. You're saying no. I've done all the hard work. I've made it compliant with every single platform you might need.
Yeah.
When you deliver this, all you have to do is plug it in and point it at the thing that I want data from.
Exactly. And you can use it on top of your Raspberry Pi or your Windows PC or your Jetson Nano or whatever you prefer. Yeah.
Right. Well, can I suggest that if you are using cameras or if you're using LiDAR in your embedded application and you want a private low power solution, which is using radar, which might be a medium that you haven't used before, but you think, I'd like to experiment with that, you get in touch with Francisco, you get in touch with A4Radar, he's going to send you a really easy to use development board where you just plug it in and it will intuitively understand what you point it at and you'll get data straight away. Francisco, thank you very much for that introduction.
Thank you very much for having us.
Good.
Hey, yo, where my engineers at?